I've been wondering about perhaps getting my armor improved. I've been getting into a lot more deadly situations than usual lately. No, I don't think I can trust any blacksmith here to do it properly. In theory, I could have it shipped back to Morrowind, but I'd hate to part with it like that. Let's not worry about it now. It's not the most pressing concern. What was I supposed to be doing?
I thought you lizards shriveled up and died this far north. But I suppose it takes a lot more than a bit of cold to kill you, hmm?
Evesa! What in the world are you doing here?
I should be asking you the same thing, Xelzaz. Why don't you join me for a drink, and we can catch up?
Your treat, I assume.
In your dreams, Xelzaz.
Long journey from Port Havana, Evesa.
Blacklight, actually.
What business could you possibly have in Blacklight?
I cannot disclose that. Demnavani's orders. You understand.
Xelzaz is here.
Not at this time. He's sent me ahead to see to potential supply routes. Who's this?
My traveling companion. They were escorting me to High Rock.
Seems you've taken a wrong turn, then.
I may perhaps have gotten slightly distracted, but the time spent in their company has been very valuable.
What makes him so special?
They make for rather interesting company.
Is that so? I'm Evesa Omervel, quartermaster for Wizard Xelzaz Demnavani, but I'm sure you've gathered that already. We'll see how long that lasts. I'll make sure to remember that, if I end up needing to. I expect he has. Those two used to be thick as thieves some years back. It's been a while now since Xelzaz last joined us for an expedition.
You are, of course, well aware of why.
Must have been some busy 6 years for you, Xelzaz.
Indeed.
Xelzaz last joined us back in 195. Not a Dwemer expedition, it must be said. An expedition into an ancient Targonian ruin. A miserable affair. It was the lawman's idea. Convinced Demnavani to drag us all along with him.
I had been wanting to uncover some of the ancient history of my people. Xelzaz's team is highly competent, and there would be little chance of me being able to uncover their secrets without them.
While the environment in Black Marsh may be well and fine for the lizard, the rest of us were not having such a great time. You don't even realize what a logistical nightmare it is to try and supply an expedition into Black Marsh.
I did spend an awful amount of time seeing to potions and poultices for the crew.
That isn't even mentioning the hostile fauna and flora, or the less than welcoming natives.
I was the only one in the expedition who spoke Gel, you'll understand.
And you don't exactly have a silver tongue.
It is more than sufficient.
It was a qualified success. We managed to get the Zanmir ready for further excavations. The crew was tired, however, and wanted to go home.
I was reluctant to postpone the rest of the expedition, but it of course wasn't up to me. Xelzaz was very insistent.
A good Mer, that one. He knows how to keep his crew loyal. What are your plans going forward, then? Did he now?
It is of course perfectly good as it is, but I do try to aim for perfection, as you know.
Yes. Rarely did you ever make do with good enough.
You don't think you'd be able to get some reinforced chitin plates for me?
Chitin. But no, I don't think so. Unless you're able to do something for me.
And what would that be exactly?
Word is that pirates have been attacking trade ships between Morrowind and Skyrim. Seems only ships flying the flag of the Shatter Shields are getting through unscathed. I'm in need of a reliable supply line into Skyrim. The Shatter Shields are not shipping the supplies I will be in need of.
You want the pirates taken care of, I take it?
These pirates need to be done away with before I'm even in a position to make any concessions, Xelzaz.
Perhaps we should have a look around the dock and see if anyone has some sort of lead.
You may return to me with any significant developments.
If it were to somehow end up in my hands, I wouldn't argue. All right, then.
My men
With the
want their
pirates
meat.
taking care of, Evesa's supply lines have been restored. Let's see if she's ready to make a deal.
So I've heard.
I believe then that we're due you holding up your end of the bargain.
Not so fast, Xelzaz. That was simply a condition for me to even be in a position to make you an offer.
What else do you need, Evesa?
There happens to be a certain group of people sticking their noses where they don't belong. It'd be rather unfortunate if they happen upon information they are best served being ignorant of.
This information being?
I need not share it here and now. It will become quite apparent to you soon enough. You will find them east of Kynes Grove and north of Nazelbur. I trust you know how to take care of this.
Indeed. Do we have an agreement?
Take care of this for me, Xelzaz, and I will have your armor sorted.
We best get going then. Speak again soon, Evesa.
Wealth beyond measure, Xelzaz.
I'm not certain, but I have an idea. We'll see if I'm correct when we get there.
Who do you think you are, barging into my camp? I should have my men remove you this instant. I am uncovering the secrets of Nirn. The better question to ask is, what are you doing here? Your oafish feet intruding on this site could spell disaster. You think I'd reveal that to some stranger? What do you take me for? Oh, how so? Pardon? Oh. Well, you don't seem like the type to mess with. Come on, people. Pack it up. I said pack it up. We need to leave. Believe me, we'll be out of your hair soon enough. You, Eris, get those crates out of here. And you, Little Twig, or whatever your name was, move your feet. All right, people, I know you spent all this time getting camp ready, but you're going to have to pack it all back up. Come on now, feet moving. I do not intend to be here when things go south.
Well, hopefully that will keep them away from the site going forward. Let's return to Evesa.
How dare you? Guards, guards, help me remove this fiendish brute at once.
Is someone there?
Son of a never! Oblivion take you!
Good. That's the safest and most permanent solution. Let's return to Evesa. Well, it seems quite apparent to me that Xelzaz has found a new excavation site. Obviously Dwemer in nature. The interlopers we took care of were likely scrying the area as well, possibly having picked up some sort of hint about a Dwemer ruin in the area. We can't have amateurs stealing the glory from House Telvanni, can we? Clearly Evesa intends to have her supplies shipped into Windhelm, and then transported up to the Velothes when their initial supply dries up. Seems likely to me then that Xelzaz and his crew will be coming to Skyrim sometime in the future. I'm not sure I trust you with that information quite yet. I don't want to sabotage Xelzaz if I can help it.
Excellent. That will make everything much easier. In regards to having your armor improved, I have already made arrangements for these items to be delivered. As such, they are currently in my possession.
That's a remarkable show of confidence.
Didn't doubt you for a moment, Xelzaz. Oh, and I suppose you had a hand in this too.
How long will it take you, Evesa?
Not very long at all.
So, what do you think? Go ahead. Go ahead. I thought so too. You did an excellent job with this, Evesa.
Indeed. I figured you'd want something a bit more akin to your Argonian roots. And I'm sure you lizards would like to keep your tails a bit more protected.
Full marks, Evesa.
Let us stay in touch, Xelzaz. We might have need of your help again in the future.
We might just take you up on that offer. Good luck, Evesa.
Until we meet again, Xelzaz.
Very well. I'm not usually one for fashion, but on occasion I indulge. If you insist. But my survivability is likely to be reduced, however. I trust you plan to make up for that. I'll be a whole lot more vulnerable without it, but if you insist... Good. I was feeling awfully nervous without it. I'd be more than happy to.
Gilvas Demnavani realizes that the council is a complete waste of time. Rarely, if ever, is anything productive discussed there, let alone enacted. One would also become rather influential within the house. Suddenly, your opinion matters, and this makes one a target, be that for persuasion or elimination. It would also be a distraction from Demnavani's much more important work. That is certainly conceivable, in the extremely unlikely event Demnavani seeks a seat at the council. However, there are plenty of Demnavani's subordinates that believe they are much better suited for the position. And they would be correct. This is for a multitude of reasons, length of service being a rather important one. Xelzaz has been along for a handful of expeditions, but he is not part of Demnavani's retinue. Appointing Xelzaz as mouth would be an insult to everyone who's worked for Demnavani over all these years. Tel Muthada. The town is located in the plains of the Molag Rune region, not too far from Necrum and Kellenze. Plenty of trade flows through there. It also serves as a natural supply stop. One would believe that was readily apparent to you after that conversation. Yes. Much like your companion, I am a lawman of House Telvanni. No,